Hello, this is Dave Burstein, and I'm doing a walkaway update on trade, is what I posted about last time, and about how lucky you are that you have Trump. So I want to give an update on trade a little bit, and also on job numbers. But I got to start off talking about Obama and his speech in Illinois. It's amazing how he's a great orator. He speaks so well, and the Dems going to believe all the bullshit. It's unbelievable. So, oh, by the way, my new walkaway shirt. So he talks about the recovery as though he's responsible for it, as though it was a continuation. He blamed Bush for years on the economy, and everybody said when Trump was going to be in, the market was going to explode, the economy was going to explode, and Nancy Pelosi's Armageddon, and everything's booming, and it's Obama's credit. So I'll give you some numbers why that's so ridiculous, but in a minute. He talks about a conspiracy theory, and he throws in Benghazi and he throws in birther. So everybody knows that what happened in Benghazi. And Guy Tonto, who was on the roof and lost his friends there, he tweeted out how what he said was BS, and because he said something against Obama, they suspended his account for 12 hours, like they did mine for 12 hours when I tweeted something about him. So, and to Obama, when he speaks, it's all about Obama. I didn't count this up, but online it said that in a 64-minute speech, he refers to himself 102 times. That's incredible. So, one thing for sure, no one loves Obama more than Obama loves Obama. Anyways, so he talks, one of the quotes that he used when he spoke he says, "I'm here to tell you that even if you don't agree with me or democracy on policy, you should still be concerned with our current course and should still want to see restoration of honesty, decency, and lawfulness in government." Now, is that not a big joke? This is the man who spied on Trump, who was head of the deep state. He knew about the Clinton server. He knew about the meeting on the tarmac. You like your doctor, you can keep your doctor. You like your plan, you can keep your plan. And he left the heroes to die in Benghazi. And he never sent help, and he lied to the parents about it. So I just find that amazing. But one thing I got to tell you people, you guys got to get out and vote, because the Democrats are fired up. Obama was a terrible president, but he's great at campaigning. So you got to get out and vote. So I'll give you a little bit on the numbers, why he's so full of crap. Anyways, from 2000 to 2016, the U.S. lost 5 million manufacturing jobs. 5 million, that's 26,000 a month. So Trump comes in and he puts together almost just under 400,000 manufacturing jobs since he's been in. So he's averaged 20,000 a month. The last 6 months in 2018, it's been 30,000 a month for the first half of the year. Now here's something that I don't understand why it's just not explained better well, it's never going to be explained by the mainstream media, but at least they had something like this on CNBC, where Obama in the last 2 years created 556,000 jobs in the government. Trump in his August 17th to August 18th, 1 year, decreased the government by 346,000 jobs. So the jobs that Obama created that were, so to speak, equal with Trump, we're having to pay for it. Well, I'm Canadian, so I just like to say we as though I'm with the States. Anyways, now, if Trump can get legislation passed that they can fire people who are incompetent, because he had to pass legislation to do that in the VA. So he has to do the same thing in terms of the other government agencies. So if he could take the government employment level down to where it was in January 2015, he would save, there would be about another 500,000 jobs that he could eliminate. That would save the American people between $40 and $50 billion a year. Okay, so let me get to a little bit on the trade situation. So in my last video, I told you that the first two countries most likely who would come to the table would be Germany, which is the EU, and they sent their representatives and said, we're here to make a deal, because they have to, because of the auto industry. And secondly, I said it would be Mexico. And again, those two countries have the highest exporting in relationship to their GDP. And I told you that the US has the least. So that's why the world needs the US engine, because it's growing, and it's growing because of Trump. It's growing because of his policies. Remember that statement Obama said? So how's he going to create all these jobs? Is he going to wave his magic wand? No, he's going to cut regulations. He's going to implement tax cuts. And they say 80-90% of this stuff is going to the wealthy. That's crap. It's all filters down. It all's based on GDP. The higher the GDP is, the more money turns hands, the more money that comes into the government. So if Trump gets these trade deals, and he will, we're going to see GDP over 5%. The reason why is because more things could be made in the States, or they'll be getting better deals. Like, it doesn't make sense to me that Canada doesn't say, okay, let's try real free trade. No tariffs both ways, and no subsidies. Let's see how it goes. At least try it for a year. I just don't get why Canadians want to keep on filling out these custom reports when they fly back into Canada. How much money you spent in 24 hours? How much money did you spend in 48 hours? How much did you spend in a week? All gone. Saves money in terms of paperwork, saves money in terms of employees. Anyways, Trump wants to be efficient, and that's what his objective is to bring jobs, and as many as can, and good paying jobs, to the US. And the best way of doing that is by manufacturing. So that number is going to continue to grow, the manufacturing number. And he did do a trade deal with the US, and now they say that, hey, he has to bring in Canada to do the NAFTA deal. Trump has warned Congress to stay out of this, that he has the executive ability to cancel the NAFTA deal. Once the NAFTA deal is canceled by giving 6 months notice, he can then implement the trade deal with Mexico. So they're going to have to go along with him. Now, one other thing I want to say is this deep state, it's a name given to overturning Trump. And it hasn't stopped. It started, he exposed the FBI, exposed the DOJ, eventually there's going to be more people that are fired. And eventually when the FISA report comes out, some of these guys, they should either be fired or put in prison for some period of time for lying to the courts. That's what they chased the other campaign guys from Trump, lying to the FBI. They didn't do anything to Hillary about it. So now, and I can't believe it's not possible that Obama didn't know about all this. So now they have Woodward, who wrote the book about Trump, and he's got great credibility. So, and he's apparently taped every single interview that he had with people. So most of the stuff that probably, I haven't read the book, but most of the stuff that's in his book is probably going to be somewhat true. But it's a question of how much the person who told them the story has lied. Then this article in the New York Times, anonymous, is all part of this to try to give more credibility. They are trying to do this Amendment 25 because that's the only way they can get rid of Trump, because they will never get the Senate approval to impeach him, and you can't charge a president criminally while he's in office. So you guys got to get out and vote. Get out and vote, and drag somebody along with you. And share these stories with the people who don't believe what this movement's about. I don't know if I'll make it to Washington, but if I don't, I wish you guys all luck. And that's my story for today. Take care. Ciao.